dear students, welcome back to another online session. And this is another lesson on appropriate prepositions. In our previous lesson, we discussed about prepositions of place, specifically the uses of in, on, and at. These three prepositions are a little bit confusing while using in sentences, so I tried my best to clear your concept about the uses of these three prepositions. So in this lesson, we will discuss prepositions in details. So I hope you will be benefited by this lesson, and this lesson will not be effective as it is supposed to be if you don't take notes. So I request all of you to take notes while watching this video. Let's get started. So let's flash back what we learned in our previous lesson about preposition. Preposition is a word placed before a noun or pronoun to show its relation with some other words in a sentence. So these prepositions are of several types. So here we have 6 types. They are simple prepositions, double prepositions, compound prepositions, participle prepositions, phrase prepositions, and disguised prepositions. So what is a simple preposition? By its name we can understand that simple preposition is a one-word preposition. So a simple preposition is a one-word preposition. These prepositions are constructed by only one word. For example, in, on, at, for, by, and so on. We say the book is on the table. So double preposition means two words preposition. So you see, double preposition is a two words preposition. These prepositions are constructed by combining two words or two prepositions. For example, into, onto, within, etc. So what is a compound preposition? A compound preposition functions as a single preposition. It consists of two words such as according to, because of, different from, due to, and etc. Examples of three-word prepositions are as far as, in addition to, in front of, in spite of, etc. For example, he was upset because of his son's behavior. Here, because of is a compound preposition. Participle preposition. So before going in details about participle preposition, let me clear you what is a participle. When verb plus ing performs the function of an adjective, then that is called participle. A participle phrase consists of present or past participle and its modifiers and objects or components. It always functions as an adjective. For example, he often wrote me concerning this problem. So here, concerning this problem indicates to about this problem. So concerning is participle here. The group spent countless hours considering this issue. So considering this issue indicates to on this issue. That means the group spent countless hours on this issue. Here, considering is an participle form. So here, this considering is a participle preposition. Here we have another example. The show will go on following one more rehearsal. Following one more rehearsal indicates to after one rehearsal. So following is a participle preposition here. So phrase preposition. What is a phrase? So a phrase is a small part of a sentence which has no subject and no finite verb. So you see, a preposition phrase refers to a phrase that begins with a preposition in which the preposition functions as the head word of the phrase. This phrase will begin with a phrase preposition and with a noun pronoun ends with a noun pronoun gerunds or clause or the object of the preposition. A prepositional phrase will function as an adjective and adverb. As an adjective, the prepositional phrase will answer the question, which one? Now, disguised preposition. What is a disguised preposition? Whenever a preposition acts in disguised way, that is called disguised preposition. For example, by can be changed into be, on can into a, and off can be changed into o. For example, he went a hunting. Here, a indicates to on. He went on a hunting. Rather saying this, we say he went a hunting. So this a is disguised preposition here. It's 10 o'clock. Here o'clock indicates to off clock. We say 10 o'clock. O is disguised preposition here. He comes a week. A week indicates to in a week. Well, dear students, let's learn the prepositions at a glance. This is a place or direction. When someone goes to the direction, we use the preposition to. For example, he goes to school, he goes to market, he goes to church, and so on. When someone is going to the room, we use this time into. He enters into the room. He enters into the village. He enters into the city. When someone leaves the room, then we use the preposition out of. He is out of the room. He is out of the city. He is out of the village. We can see someone is at the downstairs. When he wants to go to the upstairs and at the upper position, we use the preposition up. They were going up the hill. And when someone wants to move to the lower position, we use the preposition down. They were going down the hill. This is a box and this is a ball. This ball is moving from the box. We say the ball moves away from the box. This is a box and something moves at the higher position of the box. This time we use the preposition over. A bird flew over us. When a person stepped to a surface, we can say when something goes to the surface of something else, we use the preposition onto. For example, we say he slipped when he stepped onto the platform. This is a surface and something goes down from the surface. This time we use the preposition off. He got off the train. He got off the bus, and so on. This ball is moving encircle the box. This time we use the preposition around. The ball is moving around the box. When we have something at the higher position of the box, we use the preposition above. We say below and we say under because we have a ball under the table. Rohim is at the side of the bridge. He is crossing the bridge. This time we use the preposition across. Actually, movement from one side of something to the opposite side, this case we use the preposition across. So we can say Rohim moves across the bridge. Rohim is moving across the bridge. Here we have an example. Water can pass through a pipe. When movement from one side to another side, but in something happens, such as long glass or forest, this time we use the preposition through. When we say water can pass through a pipe, then water moves through the pipe. This type of case we say along. For example, we say he is going along the road. And this is between. The ball is between the boxes. And this is in, among. So this is opposite. When we have something at the other side of something else, then we use the preposition opposite. Prepositions are also categorized based on their use on a sentence. They are prepositions of place, prepositions of time, and prepositions of movement. What is prepositions of place? A preposition of place is used to show the relationship of two or more things in regards to location or position. Here we have some uses of prepositions of place. For example, above is a preposition of place. We use above to mean at or to higher place or position than something or someone. For example, our friends in the apartment above us are really noisy. After is used to mean one follows the other. He ran after her with the book. By is used to mean near or at the side of. For example, the telephone is by the window. Beneath is used to mean under someone or something. For example, Jamie hid the letter beneath a pile of papers. Next to or beside is used to mean at the side of someone or something. We lay beside the pool to dry off in the sun. Near or close to indicates to mean a short distance from a person or thing. There is a bush near the school playground. Between is used to mean something in the middle of two objects. For example, there is a gulf between the two cities. Among is another preposition of place. So it is used to mean in the middle of or surrounded by the other people or things. The girl quickly disappeared among the crowd. In front of is another preposition of place, and this is used to mean farther forward than someone or something else. For example, they massed in front of the city hall. Behind is used to mean at or towards the back of a thing or person. For example, the horse fell behind in the race. Across from or opposite. So these two prepositions are used in a preposition in a position facing some or something but on the other side. The hospital is opposite the post office. Under is used to mean below or at a lower level than something or covered by something. We slept under the open sky. Below is another preposition of place. This preposition is used to mean in a lower place or position than something else. He dived below the surface of the water. So the last one is over. On something or covering it. So to mean on something or covering it, we use the preposition over. She held the umbrella over both of us. So what is the prepositions of time? A preposition of time is a preposition that allows you to discuss a specific time period, such as a date on the calendar, one of the days of the week, or the actual time something takes place. Prepositions of time are the same words as prepositions of place. However, they are used in a different way. You can easily distinguish these prepositions as they always discuss times rather than places. At is a preposition of time. This preposition of time is used to discuss clock times, holidays and festivals, and other very specific time frames including exceptions such as at night. In is another preposition of time. This preposition of time is used to discuss months, seasons, years, centuries, general times of day, and longer period of time such as in the past. On is another preposition of time. This preposition of time is used to discuss certain days of the week or portions of days of the week, specific dates and special days such as on New Year's Day. Here you have some examples of prepositions of time. During is a preposition of time and it is used to when something happens within the time something else is happening. We stayed at a student hostel during the conference. For is used to mean with a period of time. I'm just going to bed for 2 hours so. Until or till is used up to a certain time to mean up to a certain time. We will wait till or until 6:30 for you. Since is also a preposition of time and it refers back to a point in time when something began. 40 years have passed away since they met. From to. This preposition is used to show when something begins and ends. For example, her visit will extend from Monday to Thursday. The preposition ago is used to refer to how far back in time something happened. For example, he left the house over an hour ago. Before is also a preposition of time which refers to any time previous to a specific point in time. For example, she is always up before dawn. By is another preposition of time and it is used to mean not later than. He had promised to back by 5 o'clock. After is another preposition of time. After is used when we want to say later in time than. I felt fairly relaxed after taking the medicine. I felt fairly relaxed after taking the medicine. To is another preposition of time and it is used to mean telling the time when referring to the number of minutes before the hour. For example, it's a 1:45. Past is used to refer to the amount of time past the hour. For example, it's 10:05. Between and end is used to talk about time that separates 2 points. They lived in New York between 1998 to 2004. Within is another preposition of time which refers to a span of time during which something may occur. For example, you should receive a reply within 7 days. So what is a preposition of movement? A preposition can provide us with information on the relationship between two words within a sentence. One such relationship is movement of something in the sentence. For example, the car drove along the street. This shows us where something was going and allows us to understand what is being talked about more clearly. So, prepositions of movement or direction are used to show movement from one place to another. These prepositions are most often used with verbs of motion and found after the verb. For example, she turned her back to the audience. He looked straight into her eyes. She pushed her face towards him. They rode along narrow country lanes. Her hair whipped around her face in the wind. So here, to, into, towards, along, around, all of these words are prepositions of movement. Here you have some examples of prepositions of movement. To is preposition of movement, which is used to indicate a destination or direction. For example, the boys go to school in groups. Towards indicates to the direction of someone or something. She pushed her face towards him. Throw is a movement from one side to another, but in something, such as long grass or a forest. David walked slowly through the woods. Into means movement that enters a space, usually with a verb that expresses movement. Don't put new wine into old bottles. Over is also another preposition of movement. So this means movement at a higher level on than something else. He jumped over the wall. Across is another preposition of movement, which means movement from one side of something to the opposite side. For example, the truck skidded sideways across the road. Along is also a preposition of movement. It means movement of something in a line that follows the side of something long. We went to a walk along the beach at twilight. From means the place where someone or something starts. What time does the flight from Korea arrive? Around indicates to movement in circles or in the vicinity of something. Her hair whipped around her face in the wind. On-to indicates to movement to a position on a surface. I slipped as I stepped onto the platform. Up indicates to the movement to a higher position. She doesn't like riding her bike up these hills. Down indicates to the movement to a lower position. For example, it's easier to run down the hill than go up. So dear students, here we have some mistakes that we usually make in the case of prepositions. So usually we say, I cannot agree to you this situation. The correct answer is, I cannot agree with you in this situation. Sometimes we say, he agreed with my demands. But correct answer is, he agreed to my demands. She is waiting the arrival of the postman. She is waiting for the arrival of the postman. Please wait inside the white line. But the correct answer will be, please wait behind the white line. We say, I have been waiting from 3 hours. But the correct answer is, I have been waiting for 3 hours. He reached at the airport at 3 p.m. The correct answer will be, he reached the airport at 3 p.m. The flight will depart in 8 a.m. But the correct answer is, the flight will depart at 8 a.m. The common mistake is, yeah, we were just on time to catch the train. But the correct answer is, yeah, we were just in time to catch the train. Usually we say, we should pay our bills in time. But the correct answer is, we should pay our bills on time. We hear sometimes a person say, who is in the phone? But the correct answer is, who is on the phone? Sometimes we say, I meet the board members in the office. But the correct answer is, I meet the board members at the office. So, common mistake is this is the tallest building of the world. But the correct answer is this is the tallest building in the world. I often go to school in bus. This is wrong. The correct answer is I often go to school by bus. They go to the bus station by foot. But the correct answer is they go to the bus station on foot. I can see many flowers at the picture, which is totally wrong. The answer is I can see many flowers in the picture. Have you ever been in Singapore? The correct answer will be have you ever been to Singapore? The sun rises from the east. The correct answer is the sun rises in the east. Keep the left place. But the correct answer is keep to the left place. So sometimes we face difficulties to differentiate on time and in time. Always there is a confusion whether this will be on time or in time. We use on time to mean exactly at the planned time, neither late nor early. For example, we say, we arrived on time for the meeting. We were not late. So here we used on time to mean at the scheduled time of the meeting. So we use on time to mean neither late nor early. In time is another expression which we use to mean a little early, that there was time to spare. For example, we arrived in time to get a cup of coffee before the meeting. That means we were before scheduled time of the meeting and we were earlier. So these are the common situation of in time and on time. So dear students, here you have a practice similar to your board question. So try to do it by yourself. Yes, I'm showing you the answers later. So you will find this question in question number 2. So you have to write down the answer just this way, answer to the question number 2. And after that you have to write down the answers vertically. So here are the answers, boys. A good stock of words is necessary for anybody who wants to use a language. Vocabulary is an essential component for successful communication. It is an integral part of reading skill. While grammar is important, a lack of vocabulary may result in complete failure to convey a message. Vocabulary includes conceptual knowledge in words that go well into an ordinary dictionary meaning. Students' vocabulary knowledge is a building process that occurs in time as they tend to make connections with the other words. So here you have practice 2. Do it by yourself. And also practice 3. This is about preposition and practice 2 is about the qualities of the students. So do it by yourself, dear boys. I will provide you the answers in my next class or in the page. So if you face any confusion or any difficulties, feel free to ask me. So you can ask me in the comment box and also in the message. So that's all for today. Thanks to you all. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.